Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming this morning. Hello out there in YouTube land all across the world. Hey, Dan, Karen, Catherine, Olga, Vicky. Hey, everybody. Yeah, so on Monday, I'm not sure exactly what happened. Can you hear me this morning? I hope so. I have this mic running, and the problem is I put this mic on the other day, and that's for writing now that what essentially is dictation is working inside computers. I've been writing a lot by dictation with my keyboard. Oh, good. Sound is good. Thanks, Karen. So I'm just going to say what I tried to say twice on Monday. This is the quote from Julian of Norwich. Thanks, Vicky. Here's the quote. All shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well, for there is a force of love moving through the universe that holds us fast and will never let us go. The force of love moving through the universe that holds us fast and never lets us go. I've heard it said, and I know this is true, that the universe is secretly made of love. Every single bit of the universe, every single quark, every single muon, every single particle and antimatter particle, everything. It's all made of love, a projection of God, including us and our hearts. But what does it mean when Julian says all manner of things shall be well? Lots of people want that to mean all things in my personal life will be well. In the Bible, it says all things work for good for those who love God, and that is totally true. Totally true. However, all manner of things shall be well doesn't mean the end of suffering. When I was dead, God said to me, all is, was, and will be well because of my love. And it had very little to do with earthly life. It had 100% to do with heavenly life. That's where the wellness of being is. I was in the place of the wellness of being. No more suffering. Always no more suffering. Is no more suffering. Will be no more suffering. I know it sounds pie in the sky when you die, but it's reality. That all is, was, and will be well, and all manner of things shall be well because of God's love. And when we attune our hearts to the divine, it doesn't end our suffering here. It doesn't give us healing of our bones or of our illnesses. It gives us healings of our hearts and connection to God, which in turn connects us to the divine itself and brings that light and that peace and that inner healing out into the world, into our lives, so that even in the midst of our suffering, even in the midst of our troubles, of our anxieties and stresses, even in those things, all things work for good for those who love God. Even if it doesn't cure us of those things, and it may not, and often doesn't. I've sat by many a bedside of the dying and prayed with lots of people about healing when I knew the fella had stage 4 terminal cancer. Not much to be done about that. But for the sake of the people, I prayed for them that all would be well. But what I knew was all is going to be well for that person as soon as they leave their body and enter into the holy divine. All suffering ends. It's the beauty of the system that time ends for each of us, and not one of us has to endure the suffering of this life any further. All manner of things shall be well. And that's a promise of God. I live by that promise. I know that promise to be true. My whole life is oriented toward it because I've been in that place and know that I will return. all manner of things shall be well, and the universe is all hung together by love. There is a force of love, she wrote, moving through the universe that holds us fast, and will never, can't ever let us go. All right, so that's all I was going to say the other day, and that's what I have to say this morning. Hey, Susie. Hi, Rob. And Karen Elise and Sheila. Great, thanks for coming this morning. I'm going to turn on my clock here. There we go. I have it on airplane mode. I know if I thought about it, I could think of it. I'm going to drop that blanket down a little bit. Have my electric blanket this morning because it's a little chilly in the studio. You're welcome, Dan. All right, so as usual, I'm going to turn on the clock. I'll see you in 20 minutes. You'll hear the loons, and then I'll ring the bell just a little bit. See you soon. Where two or more are gathered, I am there. See you soon. That was a deep meditation for me. Today I used my short form of the Jesus prayer. That's my mantra. Just repeating the name Jesus, broken into 2 syllables, in and out. And eventually it just disappeared. Just left with breath, aiming at my chakras. I hope it went well for you today. I'll take a look over here. And hi, Sheila in North Carolina, and Sarge, Dan, and HJ, F2B, ME in New Hampshire, Colleen, Mike Davis from Northern Idaho. A beautiful place, Northern Idaho. You're welcome, Sybil. And Sheila, you're welcome. Thanks for liking the video. That helps. Subscribe and hit the alert button if you haven't already. You won't miss anything that way, and you help support the channel. Thanks everyone for coming this morning. I'll see you on Sunday. For Not Church, we're going to pick up with the Gospel of Thomas and going to look at that for a while, I think, because I've never had the chance to do that in a public way, to kind of go through it. We'll see how that all goes. Hey, Primary Feathers in Vermont, Dan. Hi there. That was a startling wake up from meditation. Yes, sorry about that, Dan. A little loud out there on the loon this morning. Alert button is not available. Something to do with children. Your alert button is not available. I'll look for that to see what the scoop is. All right, my friends. Thanks for coming this morning. Peace and love. Namaste, everybody. See you then. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. That's why you've been missing the meetings, Peter, because the alert button's not working. I'll get that. I'll check that out and see what the scoop is. All right, everybody. Peace and love. See you soon.